Hello, welcome to the 5th week of the 5th season of the PBO. Yes sir, yes sir. This week we are facing off against another world champ. You know, we dusted the last champ what am I saying? We dusted the reigning champ last week. Okay, I'm stuttering. It's Jover, isn't it? But yes, we're back to conquer more champions as the number one superior champion. That's all I have to say. But yes, we're back. But this week we're playing against a Mr. Alabama Alakazams. Yes, him, season 3 champ. You know, quite a good buddy of mine in the league here. But yes, but with that being said, as you guys know, our season's going pretty decent, so I gotta go and mess some stuff up. So basically, all you guys need to know is scheduling things not so great for us, unlucky. So we did get to play, but I had to not record it live basically because timing and stuff, which was like really sad. So we played a little, you know, relatively honest game like that. It just means that we have to do this post-com, and as you guys know, we usually only get one post-com a season. I usually mess something up at least once, which is fine, but I'm not a big fan of post-com. It's okay, like it's cool, but like it's not. I like the live reactions. I like to try to explain my thought process and stuff. Also, it makes the team builder a little more concise because I try to record it relatively sooner time-wise compared to the battle. Like, if that makes sense, I want to record it like same day, so it's going to be more condensed. So this might be a little more ramble based, a little more season 2-esque. If you don't know what that means, just go pull up any team builder from season 2, and it will probably be a minimum 20-minute video. So we'll see how that goes. But with that being said, let's get into this guy's team. As you guys can see, you are just looking at some random shenanigans on your screen here, so don't worry about that. PBO, baby. Okay, Ben's team. Look at this guy. Chi-Yu, Quavo, Raging Bolt. Super strong hitters, sweepers, wall breakers, great. Petron, super aids, annoying. Fizzwall, great. Weavile, same idea, annoying. Comfy, Donphan, Jirachi, Volbeat, and Sinister. All just relatively good support / annoying mons that can break, whether through hacks or whether through status or whether through setup, right? Makes sense. His Terra Captains are Comfy, which are Grass and Steel, and so that's Comfy, number 1 Terra Captain. Number 2 Terra Captain is Sinister, the little teapot guy, and he is Fairy and Steel as well. So, as you see, crazy breakers. We have a lot of fat. We want to supplement that. So, what way better to start off than start off with our okay, maybe not a go, but our number 1 pick of the draft. So, Evergreen is back. Yes, I'm Masquerada. What a surprise. This week we're running Scarf. We're a big Scarf enjoyers here. So, we're running Max Attack with Adamant Nature because we do not need speed. We don't need the speed tiers for anything. So, we are 1 point faster than Chi-Yu, based 100. With Scarf, Adamant Nature, 350 attack, easy breezy. That's our number. Knockoff, Flower Trick, U-Turn, and Trick. So, Knockoff is really nice because it's just knockoff spam. It helps us deal with obviously Petron. And then no Terra on the Sinister. With being Adamant Scarf, we are 1 point faster than Scarf Rachi and Scarf Chi-Yu. Very nice. Also faster than +1 speed Quavo. So if he gets a Rapid Spin on Aqua Step, we should be able to revenge kill that pretty comfortably. With Flower Trick, right? Helps us Flower Trick will help us bypass some maybe random screen shenanigans, or mostly bulk up from Quavo. That's really the main reason why Flower Trick's here. I don't want to get swept by Quavo. U-Turn, Adamant U-Turn, good chip on everything. And then we have Trick. Trick is specifically for Sinister. Sinister with Calm Mind and Strength Zap and Terra. Plus we have Heat Proof. It has Heat Proof, so its dirges takes a little bit longer to check it. Like, Trick is here just to stifle that. Don't let that get in the schmicks. Same with the Raging Bolt. If Raging Bolt ends up being Calm Mind, I want to be able to trick that, dodge the Thunderclap, dodge the CM turn. You know what I mean? So that's why Trick is there, just for some cheeky setup mons. It's pretty simple. This is a revenge killer. This is also a pretty good lead into his team, like, because of a natural dark typing before Protean kicks in. Stuff like Volbeat, who he's been tearing up the league with and has convinced everyone in the league except for myself that this mon is actually good. Because of dark typing, he can't off rip paralyze me with the Thunder Wave on Prankster off the Volbeat, so that's really good for us. So that's Evergreen for this week. Another Scarf week. I really enjoy Scarf. Alright, next up, we got Gliscor, my go. Very standard set, Spadef, what a surprise. This week we're running EQ, Taunt, Toxic, and Spikes. No Protect, Max HP, Max Spadef. Obviously Poison Near Toxic, you know the shit. So, this guy here is pretty strong. First of all, Spikes is impeccably good against this team. Impeccably good. Because we want to wear down as many things as possible, right? We want to wear down Chi-Yu, we want to limit its turns it gets free switches, because Specs Chi-Yu is always going to be a threat no matter what. Same with Raging Bolt, if it's like AV Raging Bolt, which I think it should be because it's his best Keldeo switch in. And Keldeo has been tearing up the league as well, then we want to punish that. And we want to big study on Donphan. Those are the big reasons for Spikes. It's also good against Petron. Petron's really annoying because our biggest wall breaker, except for Keld, is physical, and so when this thing has a 180 defense stat, which I don't actually think is 180, but it's very high. It's nice to wear down Toxic, so we can pressure things like Sinister and Comfy if they don't Terra Steel, if they decide to Terra into their other types. Also helps us check Full Beat. Also lets us Toxic things like Raging Bolt if it's Sugar Berry, or if it's like Fizz Def or something. But the most important thing, Toxic is really good against Donphan, because Donphan has to run. So he'll run. I think he'll run Rocks this week. He'll run Spin this week, because I'm a big Hazard abuser. Earthquake for stab, and his last move is either Knock Off, Ice Shot, or Ice Spinner. Ice Shot is obviously pitiful damage, base 40 move, Unga Bunga, no damage. Ice Spinner makes sense, but Ice Spinner can't kill us because we're max HP and we have 125 nat defense. So unless if he's like a very offensive spread of Donphan, we will live, we can trade Toxic, and then we can try to recover some HP back with a Toxic Orb. We do not have Protect this week, so we're a little bit more fragile in the long haul and the 1v1s, but that's where our next member comes in to assist. So Valentina Alamamola is back, Fizz Def again. This is specifically so we don't lose to Quavo. And this is what I'm saying with Gliscor. We got Wish, Protect, Flip Turn, Play Rough. Rocky Helmet, max HP, max defense. This helps us beat basically any Quavo set. With the exception of some weird like sub bulk up, some crazy shenanigans. But if he's that, then he still struggles to kill Alamamola just because of how tanky we are. Rocky Helmet is here to chip the Weavile triple axle spam, U-turn from Rachi, U-turn from Comfy, like just all the pivoted moves, which is nice. Wish is obviously here to keep Gliscor topped up, especially with our other mons. Flip Turn is good for initiative, and Play Rough to no bulk Quavo does about 37%. So he needs a lot of bulk to try to sub on me, which is nice. Also, 37%, that's without the close combat drops, if he had been in close combat. So we should be able to beat Quavo 1v1. This really kind of neutralizes Quavo, which is very nice. So, that is Valentina. Very standard stuff. Fizz Def, Unga Bunga. It's also a very good Donphan switch. Okay, next up we got Dirge Nowitzki. He's here. We're rocking 220 HP, 248 Spadef, Calm Nature, with a 40 speed, okay? Boots, Unaware, you know the deal. Torch on Earth Power, Slack Off, Yawn. So. Here is our Sinister check. Here is our Comfy counter. Here is our nuisance Brenner, okay? That's all I have to say. This guy's kind of a nuisance to his team. In box, I've not been wildly successful with him, but he's really just here so Comfy, if it does come, or Sinister if it comes, and Sinister is maybe like Terra Steel, for example, so I can't Toxic it with Gliscor. We can check it with Yawn, Torch Sun Spam. Earth Power is here, so we can do like 30% to very bulky Raging Neck. Raging Neck is crazy. Raging Bolt, sorry. In addition to the fact that Earth Power also lets us do good damage to Chi-Yu, so Chi-Yu can't just feel safe to switch in if it's like boots or lefties or something like this, right? So that's what this is. Again, Yawn is here just to cause a little bit of chaos. But this is mostly just a Spadef wall, stop any special setup sweeper. This also lets us soft check things like setup Raging Bolt as well. If it's boost a special attack setup Raging Bolt, it's a little harder to deal with, but we will navigate that as we see fit. But Yawn is just here, you know, to stop that. Alright, next up we have the man himself, the pot belly punisher, yes sir. Okay, Hariyama's here, yes sir. This is our go, don't die to Chiyumon. Which is not very successful, but well, it is successful, but like it's not perfect. So this week we are running Terra Fairy, Assault Vest, Thick Fat, Drain Punch, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Terra Blast, Max HP, Max Speed F. That's all I have to say. I will say this probably will be the only time I will run a simple spread on Hariyama, but choice specs, modest overheat, Chiyu is a problem. So here we are with Thick Fat. So yes, basically this thing takes the Chiyu stabs unbelievably well. We're talking like 23% for most hits, I think 33% from overheat. Like this thing eats hits ungodly well, considering it is a fucking Chiyu. Yes, Chiyu gets Psychic. Yes, Chiyu can get Wisp, but it is what it is. Chiyu's hard to switch into. This is our best switch into. With Terra Fairy, this also lets us deal with like Raging Bolt because we're very specially defensive with AV as well, so that's very nice. And Heavy Slam is nice for things like Comfy and Sinistra. Whether they want to Terra or not Terra, we have coverage for both ends, so that is very nice. Yeah. And finally, we have Cowd, the true MVP of our roster, the kill, okay, not the kill leader, but the kill leader on our team, that's for sure. This week we're running specs, obviously, timid nature, just enough speed to outspeed base 100s once again. As you guys can see, his team is not super fast, but this one is really nice because it very soft checks Chiyu just because of his natural typing. Same with Weavile. That's another thing about Hariyama. Weavile cannot play the game against Hariyama, so that's very cool as well. But yes, this week we're running Surf, or Sphere, Sacred Sword, and Vacuum Wave. So we're running Triple Fight and Surf. So yes, so basically Vacuum Wave's here because of Chiyu. If it's Scuff Chiyu, for example, it does 66 men. So if it takes, a couple of rounds of spikes and some chip from here and there, we should be able to punish pretty easily. Sacred Sword does a lot of damage to a lot of things. We just gotta be careful about like the physically defensive Comfies and like even a physically defensive Dawn fan, right? Like Sacred Sword is like whatever then. It's okay. But the big deal here is that Sacred Sword does a lot of damage to non physically defensive Bolt, which is nice. Then we have Aura Sphere as well, because Aura Sphere helps us deal with physically defensive Bolt. So if it's AV Bolt, Sacred Sword's very good. If it's Fizz Def Bolt trying to beat Sacred Sword, like maybe it's Calm Mind or something, Aura Sphere does a lot of damage too. Very nice. And then finally we have Surf. Surf is very spammable. His 2 water resists, well, real water resist, I would say. Like, I don't think Quavo is very good water resist, considering I have like Alamamola and Masquerada, and Quavo will die to a fighting move. Would be Raging Bolt, because Raging Bolt can be Calm Mind or AV or something like this. For sure, Raging Bolt is going to be max HP this game, so it's his best water resist, and Sinistra before it Terras. The thing is, Sinistra kind of needs the Terra to be useful. Even when Sinistra resists the Surf, it does like, depending on its spread, it can do 25%. If I have a spike up, that's 37%. It's pretty easy to get chipped down. So no matter what, Big Cowd is here to always do damage and always clean up late game. That's the plan, at least. This mon also helps us break Petront. It does like 65% with Surf Min if it's max HP Patch. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And yeah, so that's our team for this week with Mr. Alabama Alakazams, Mr. Season 3 champ. Yeah, that's about it. Pretty simple. I will say, I believe I mentioned it, this speed here is specifically for Sinistra. I want to be faster than Sinistra, so I can yawn it first into Slack Off, and then I can start spamming Torson against it. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's kind of been 15 minutes of me rambling, so that's what the speed is here for. Yeah, with that being said, let's get into the game. Alrighty, hello, welcome, we are here. Yes sir. Can I be bigger? Get Aki on them? No, we're not gonna get Aki. We're gonna continue to be small in the corner. So, welcome to the game. So yes, as you guys can see, he brought basically everything we talked about. Very strong. No Weavile, no Quaquaval, as expected. Great. No Volbeat though, which is kind of a surprise. You know, I'm the only man he truly respects enough not to bring the Volbeat cheese, I guess. It's not even cheese. Volbeat has some moves, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. So that's very cool. When I first started to play this game, I knew I had to wear down Raging Bolt very quickly, because I need, not quickly, but like that's the goal, is because I really want to open Cloud up for some late game sweeping. Muskrata also looked pretty okay. Like he doesn't have a great U-turn resist except for Petron, so I thought U-turn spam was very good. No Comfy, which is okay. So yeah, overall I felt pretty good about this. It's kind of what I expected, right? Donphan's here for rocks and hazards and all that shit, so we will get the job done. Alrighty, so turn 1, I was like, okay, I think I will just lead with Muskrata, right, because it was scuffed, and I was like, oh, I'll just U-turn this turn. Actually, no I don't. I'm bad. Wow. Why did I do this? Oh, okay, so here's what I did. So, basically, okay, I actually hate this slow speed. We're going normal. Okay, so basically, I was scared of this thing being scuffed, but I didn't know if he was scuffed, or I didn't know if he was Cobra Berry. So I was like, okay, I'll just take this time to go into Gliscor and just get my Toxic Orb up, because I didn't want to get status by anything else. I also thought, oh, it's a good time, an early time to get a spike up. I could have just U-turned off Rip, but I didn't want to show him my set yet, and I thought this was a way safer play to conceal information, because he's not clicking Ice Punch this turn. I don't think he is, and he's not clicking, like, I don't know, some like trick or some crazy move, right? So I was like, okay, I'll just get my free Toxic Orb. If he stays in and U-turns, I'm gonna take that to mean that he's Scarf, because why would you stay in against Muskrata if you were not Scuffed? The answer would be if you're a Cobra Berry. But even if you're a Cobra Berry and I protein into a pure Dark type and you U-turn, you're not going to kill me. So anyway, so that's what happens. Bada bing, bada boom. Go straight into Donphan. That's okay. We got Toxic Orb up. So all of this is really good. We've discussed this is really good for me. I'm really happy with this. I should go hard into Aloe. Wow. But I don't go hard into Aloe because I'm like, I need to Toxic him ASAP. So I decided to Toxic here. Because basically it's a 50-50, kind of like what I was talking about. It's a 50-50. I either go to Aloe here, and he doesn't want that because it's just a free gen for Aloe, or I use Toxic him here. Ice Spinner will not kill me. It can't kill me unless if it's Bandit or Life Orb or some crazy offensive mon, right? Which I didn't think was the case. I did think you could go for Rocks here. I think Rocks, Knockoff, and Ice Spinner were all in the cards for him to go for this turn, depending on how bad he wanted to hit my Alabama Mola. And so I was like, okay, I'll just Toxic him off Rip. I want to get Donphan nice and low early, because once Donphan is Toxic, I can always go Aloe 100% of the time, Ooga Booga, spam flip turn. Like, I can play a very slow paced game because Donphan is slowly dying. So this is what happens. You get Rocks up. I mean, Rocks is really good for him. I didn't even Hazard Control this week, so this is really good for him, obviously. I go into Mr. Alamamola here. Ice Spinner. We get the Rocky Helmet chip. Big chipper. So that's nice. We've already done 28%. And now we just U-turn out. Bigly back in the Gliscor. Just really good. We have Toxic. We have Taunt. We're more of a Starbreaker set. I decided to get a Spike up here, I believe. I do, yes. See? So it goes for Spike here, because again, Spike is going to be our main way to try to chip down things like Petron and his water resists. I really want the Spike up. So at this point, I was like, okay, what is he going to go for? I thought he could go for Ice Spinner, and I thought he would go for Spin. Those are his two options this game, and this turn. In my opinion, he could make some crazy play and go for EQ, but if I go into Alamola and you EQ for 20% or something, like, was it really worth? You just took 2 rounds of Toxic for no reason. So for me, I was like, okay, if he's gonna Spin or Ice Spinner here, like, I can't stay in basically because I don't think it's worth me staying in, taking 80% of my HP or 70% of my HP from Ice Spinner. Like, I just think it's a bad play. So I know I'm switching out, but I wasn't too happy with the Aloe switch because if he spins, he still gets the rocks off. Yes, Again, Donphan dies very quickly, but if I can keep the spike up, I want to keep the singular spike up. So I decided, hey, he'll go for any kind of move here, right? He'll go for Ice Spinner. Like, I'm so confident he has Ice Spinner. Like, why wouldn't you have Ice Spinner? I don't think it's knockoff. Even though, like, obviously we saw Ice Spinner, right? So we saw Ice Spinner already. I know it's not... I basically think it's not knockoff. I think it's Spinny Q. And so I make this really aggressive switch. This switch is all confidence. This is all, like, I've played against this guy many times. You know, we're good buddies. Like, I'm confident in what he's going to do. I decided to go to Skeledirge. This is a crazy, crazy risky play. If he, for some ungodly reasons, clicks Earthquake here, we're in a bad spot. But I'm super confident. And it works out for us, so we block the spin here. Okay, 2 turns. Nice. Going to Aloe, easy play. Okay. He makes a really nice play to go Chi-Yu because he's like not scared of anything. That's very cool of him. Like that is really good. Like that is really awesome. So Chi-Yu comes in. We see it's not Boots, so I'm thinking, okay, it's Scuffed, it's Specs, what is it? I go to Hariyama. Boom. 22. At this point, I kind of think he's like smart as Scarf. Like, I actually think he's Scarf, based off my calcs. I actually think I calced this wrong, but I think he's Scarf. Okay, going to my Mon. Nice. So here comes my first misplay of the game. I think I should have Terrored this turn. Well, in hindsight, I do. I don't Terror here because I was like, oh, rocks, I'll just save 6%, which is true. It's true. But, like, I don't want to take the 12% rocks. I'm happy taking 6% rocks because like the fairy is only good against Chi. Like the fairy and fighting resist, both resist dark, right? So it's gonna be fine for Chi-Yu. But either way, I was wrong. I should have Terrored here. Not that it makes a difference on this turn. But Petrant comes in. I make a crazy aggressive play. I think he'll recover this turn. He's either, in my opinion, he's either recovering or he's like party shotting. But he nasty plots. So I played against a lot of party shot Petrant this game in mocks, and so I was really scared of just like very spam momentum. Another reason why spikes were so nice for me. And so I was like, oh, okay, so this guy just clicked nasty plot, complete psychopath. I mean, honestly, it was a pretty good play. It's a pretty good nasty plot actually does a lot of work to us. So me going hard Keldeo here, it covers the recover turn, it covers the what is it called? The parting shot turn, and it covers the nasty plot turn. So this is why I went this. We also kill it at 62%, and I really want to know what this Raging Bolt is, because if this is like Specs Raging Bolt, it is way harder for me to switch into, but it is harder for him to use defensively. So I go into Cowd, he goes into Raging Bolt, what a surprise. I click Surf, I play it safe, we see 18%. I know this is like very much Spadef. Let's go Draco here for a goob damage, yes, wow, amazing. This is okay though, he goes into Sinister. I should be able to get an EQ here, nice. So again, we're just playing this slow. Any slow turns for us are very good. So at this point, I should probably just Toxic. If he Terra steals, then so be it. We have Skeledirge at full, plus we have EQ. Like, I should just Toxic here. Actually, Spike. Oh, I remember this. This was a misclick. This is the fattest misclick in the world. Oh my god. I was like, oh yeah, totally Toxic. And then I just like, yeah, I misclicked. But we get a second spike up, and he misses. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for my main man there, missing the Matcha Gotcha. But we do get the Toxic here, and he gets the Calm Mind turn. Okay, so now I'm feeling pretty good, because every time I played this in mocks, the Toxic really neutered him. Okay, cool. So, boom, Toxic up. I doubled a Meow here. At this point, I'm just trying to burn some turns so I can not lose to Shadow Ball spam. Well done, well done. At this point, I just want to U-turn because of the potential of Terra. I want to bait the Terra out. Mr. Dirge Nowitzki. Matcha Gotcha's in there, like swimwear. As you guys can see, the Toxic is really racking up. And so now we just... Yep, I'm faster. So the fact that I'm faster is a huge deal now because this is Toxic, 45. So we should be able to just do a little slack off stalling here. Chi-Yu comes in. Good play for him again, just like he did before. But this thing's at 72. So, you know, if he comes in one more time, he's going to die a Vacuum Wave. So, very limited turns for him. So I go to Hariyama again. It's the whole reason why Hariyama's here. He makes a fantastic play and go for Psychic. Very good play. This obviously would do very much less damage. That's not English. It would do so much less damage if I just Terra Fairy the previous turn, like I said, like I wanted. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So here I am. But as we can see, it is Psychic, and at this point I'm like, oh, so this is like specs. Like, this is way more damage than it should be doing. Okay, so he goes in the patch, and I go to Masquerada because I want to catch the Psychic from Chi-Yu. But even now, I don't feel bad. Like, I actually think our position in this game is pretty okay, because Chi-Yu dies to Vacuum Wave now, 100% of the time. After these hazards, he's yet to get the hazard spin off. Donphan's gonna be at half when it comes in, or pretty close to half. And yes, Hirayama did nothing in this game except take hits, but Hirayama is a sack. So now we have a sack, which is a huge deal against Chi-Yu, because we don't have a lot of great Chi-Yu switch-ins. So I don't hate this position. At this point, I was like, okay, we're gonna click Adamant Knockoff. We do see spikes. I was thinking maybe it's Rocky. I played against Rocky Helmet in mocks. I played against Leftovers, Black Sludge, like all that stuff. I totally yeah. So I thought I would just get the free kill here. I'll go for knock here, and it shows to be Cobra Berry, which is really good like prep. Obviously, I totally forgot about that. Really good prep on Mr. Alakazam's part. Okay, I switch out here. You best believe it, baby. That's me. Malignant Chain, 14%. Okay, so now we can click EQ if we want. Hex on 35 is pretty good. But this turn is a big deal because he's actually faster than me. So he speed crept my Gliscor with his Petrond. So this is a huge deal because I don't protect and I don't have taunt. So well, I do have taunt, but I can't taunt to be faster than him, and I don't have protect. So I will be taking a Goob beating this turn. So I'll go Cowed Hard on the recover turn. Yep. So at this point, I go for Sacred Sword, trying to make the prediction on Raging Bolt. Because if that was the case, then Raging Bolt would die, and I'd in 2 hits, and that would be very good. He reads me like a complete gangster, and stays in. So again, he's playing pretty well, right? Like 27 turns. He's playing pretty good. Okay, so I gotta go into my Skeleton here. He actually nasty plots this turn. It's crazy. He goes for the Malignant Chain, fishing for poisons, but unfortunately, it is 50-50, so he does not get it. And I go for Yawn. I do not want to like lose to this thing. I should go for Earth Power here. Yeah, so Earth Power, you know, hits everything pretty good on his team now, and the Spidef drop. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I will kill this thing, and Keld's late game just got freed up exponentially. So that's how I'm feeling. He misses his Draco Media. Like, that's so sad, actually. So sad. That would have done like good damage to me. But he lives, so you know he gets a second. He gets a second crack at it, right? But he misses again. Unlucky. Like, it's actually so sad that he. Oh, it's so sad. It's actually really sad. Chi-Yu's in. Okay, so now Chi-Yu's in range of Vacuum Wave, like we talked about. And so now I'm like, okay, we sack Hariyama. You know the deal. Don't need that guy anymore. And now we go Masquerada. So Masquerada. I was under the impression that Masquerada killed with Adamant U-turn, given the calcs. And I was like, that's the safest possible play. But if you guys take a look, at this, what is this, the PBO? If you take a look, I got his team. So shout out to my main man Ben for passing me his team like a gangster. If you look at his team, oh, this is a different version of the team, but these are the. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's the. Anyway, so yeah, I was under the impression that I killed with Adamant U-turn. Let's just say I actually would not do it based off his HP investment. But I didn't know that at the time of the battle. And so I thought 93% of the time to kill this Chiyu is a pretty good roll. So that's what I went for. I got the U-turn here. Bada bin, bada boom. You guys know the deal. In the Cowd. So at this point, Cowd's position is really good. Jirachi comes in. I still think this is very much Scarf, so I go into Alabama. Then he reveals Trick, which is a super cool tech. Okay, Trick, very cool. And then he shows Trick Wish, and that's crazy. Trick, not unreasonable, I think. But Trick Wish was a little unexpected, for sure. But that's okay. Yeah, so then we go flip forward, go flip here. Boom, boom, boom. Goes for Zen, the Jirachi special, as you guys know. Looking for the flinches. Then he gets some justice back for his misses, which is fine. Like, this is all fine, right? So then we go back into Alabama on the Zen. Missing my Rocky helmet right about now. For real. Actually, let's go back. So on this turn, I think this is a misplay for me to scuff myself into Wish, but I couldn't decide what I wanted to do here. So I decided to just Wish, and then I was like, I'll just go hard Cowd. He could Zen here, but I think he was really scared of the Masquerada getting the Wish, and so I just kind of called the 50-50 and went to my Cowd for HP. On the U-turn, into Patch, 71, get all my HP back, and here I'm very happy with going for Surf. 74, big damage, Malignant Chain. He does get the Toxic on this one, and the Confuse, but you know me, I'm a shameless gamer. I said, okay, I'm gonna click it anyway. And I clicked it anyway, hit through the paralysis, very cool. So now we should go into Aloe. Yeah, we're going to Aloe here. And then we're gonna go for a flip here. Should go straight back out into Skeleturge. And so now he does miss. Tragically, there is a miss here, but I don't think this miss mattered too much. I actually think this is a misplay. I think I could have just went into Cowd. I could just went to Cowd, get into Cowd and get a kill. So this is the Skeleturge was a misplay. But I Earth Power. Into Cheese you. And then I'll drop my Gliscor sack. So we actually held our sacks really well this game, so I'm very happy with that. We held our sacks very well. We played around our sacks exquisitely. Now I go for my U-turn here. Get out of dodge in the Cowd, and Cowd should to pick up the next 2 kills. So, once again, Cowd completely carrying us because Cowd is the best. Good for Cowd. But yes, that was week 5 of the PBO for us against the Alabama Alakazams. Yeah. Shout out to my opponent, Mr. Ben. GG's. It was a pretty fun battle. Like, overall, he played pretty well. I mean, there was a lot of luck. To be honest, I kind of hacked him. To be honest, I kind of hacked the crap out of him. So, yeah, it goes. But other than that, it was good prep. You got to see some cool stuff like the Wish trick. Jirachi was really cool. Speed creeping my Gliscor on his patch was very good prep. And then, even from my side, like I sped crept his Sinister, which was a big deal this game. So overall, it was a really nice game. A 50 turn Banner. It was really nice. Got some Wish action on both ends. And we played around our sacks very well, so Chi did not completely fist us. So that was really good. Big fan. Big fan. But yes, with that, it was pretty good. But yeah, with that, I'll see you guys next week for week 6 battle against I don't know, against someone, I don't remember. You know me. I think it's Void. But yes, I'll see you guys next week for a week 6 battle. Hopefully it will be live commed, so I'm not completely scuffed. But other than that, GG to my opponent once again, shameless plug. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. See you. Bye.